This review was made possible by contributions from viewers like you.
Hey guys, the time has come to review a very special movie. A movie that I've been sitting on for as long as I've been reviewing. Today we're going to look at Kiara the Brave. I'm constantly perusing DVD aisles for material to review, and if I see something that catches my fancy, I'll take a picture of it so I can remember to come back to it later. I spotted this goofy-looking ripoff of Pixar's Brave years ago, and knew that I had to review it. So why didn't I get to it right away? I really don't know. There'll be times when I review something as soon as I discover it, like Freddy the Frog or Agent Fox, but Kiara the Brave just stayed on the back burner. But considering the kind of insanity that we're going to see in this movie, I can look back at myself and say, I really wasn't ready for this kind of material. I needed to cut my teeth on the madness of Tentacalino. I needed to relay the cautionary tale of Romeo and Juliet sealed with a kiss. I needed to fight for my right to review Cool Cat Saves the Kids. I needed to deconstruct Alpha and Omega in the name of its squandered potential. I needed to tell you all the tragic tale of Lenny, the operatic puppy mill worker from Bailey's Billions. I needed to inspire creative thinking in my audience by offering better plot points to movies like Maleficent or The Emoji Movie. I was only a pup when I stumbled onto this movie and, well, here we are. Let's dive right into the madness of Kiara the Brave. First things first, our movie is brought to us by Shimaru Entertainment. I don't know what a Shimaru is, but I'm already annoyed by it. A ripoff of Brave opens up on the same locale as Brave itself.
In space!
Nothing can save you from my fiery rays, Jupiter. Take that, and that!
Cut it out, Mars! Your anger always gets the better of you. Someday I will end up seriously hurting you. I am the king of all planets. I deserve some respect.
King? Ha! Who made you king? I am the fire planet, the most visible and the feistiest.
Stop it, all of you. I have had enough of your constant bickering. How many times do I have to tell you to be more like Dream Zone?
Oh my lord, what is happening? Why are the planets talking to each other? How are the planets talking to each other? Why are they giant heads instead of, planets? I thought maybe they were the Roman gods that the planets of the solar system would eventually be named after, but no, they refer to themselves as the planets. Why can the sun move around at will? Why are these planets crashing into each other? What is Dream Zone? Why are they all the same size? Why are the planets talking to 9? We're only 2 minutes in and I'm already confused beyond rational thought.
I don't think that Dream Zone is going to be a perfect world anymore.
And how can you say that, Arbit?
Armpit?
Arbit.
Omit?
Arbit.
Hobbit?
Arbit.
Stop making up words. And why is Armpit drinking a Coke in space? I don't think I can even count how many ways that's impossible.
Being Destiny's child, your permanent identity crisis makes it hard to take you at your word.
He's Destiny's child? I thought Destiny's child was made up of 3 women who liked shaking what their respective mamas gave them.
I don't think you're ready for this day. I don't think you're ready for this day. I don't think you're ready for this. My body too delicious for your back.
And why does he have an identity crisis? Did he at some point in his young, transcendental existence dream of being a rock star or something, and is upset that that didn't happen a few millennia later? Finally, how does having an identity crisis make your word less trustworthy?
I don't think that Dream Zone is going to be a perfect world anymore.
And how can you say that, Arbit?
Mother told me! I swear!
She told us, too. That's why we started fighting.
What are you all talking about?
That's what I said! After some weird narration about the people of Dream Zone, who create snow, protect the world from the sun's rays, and this somehow maintains the balance of the universe or something, you see the newly crowned King Maximus addressing his subjects from 10 miles away. Apparently they all got really good eyesight.
This crown should be mine. This throne should be mine. This kingdom should be mine.
This better animation should be mine. Of course, Maximus's brother, named Dreadmus, subtle, is jealous of Maximus's rise to power. He's trying to take over the kingdom by making a super cloud with the help of these little salamander demons.
Now to add toads' tongues, spare ribs of a wild boar. Yes, that's it. Accidentally, hurry!
Wouldn't it make more sense to intentionally hurry? But uh-oh, they accidentally mess up Dreadus' secret formula.
Try to remember what was written and just write it.
Remember the formula? What am I, Einstein or something?
You're not allowed to reference anything pertaining to Earth when Earth doesn't even really exist yet. Clearly this movie is happening at some point before the creation of the universe as we know it, or else why not just set it on Earth? Just tell us that this is Earth at some point in its ancient history when magic was the dominant force, and we believe it. But having this movie take place in some undefined dream zone is only going to introduce a whole bunch of problems, especially like when you make references to Einstein. Speaking of, apparently Dracula's blood is a part of this formula, and we see Dracula himself in this one shot, and he's never mentioned again. Sure, introduce and then just toss aside one of the most evil characters in fiction, that's fine. And how exactly is a cauldron full of God knows what supposed to create this super cloud that'll somehow make Dreadmus the king of wherever the f*** we are ya? Last time I checked, clouds are made of water vapor. Then all this magical voodoo and hoodoo spits out a baby. I don't think that this is what goes into the creation of a baby, but then what do I know? I'm only a human being! So, yeah, he creates human life out of this slop, but he doesn't want it because I have no idea. Then, accidentally and suddenly, no, seriously, those are their names, takes Supercloud here to a pit of acid, but then he flies away because he's actually Superman. Sure, why not?
Supercloud! Where is Supercloud? There he is!
Bring a net to catch him.
Net. Aha!
I said net, not my tail.
First of all, why would he grab his tail when he's told to grab a net? How do you confuse the words net and tail? Second, his tail becomes a net anyway? How? Why would he object to his tail being pulled when apparently that's the net that he was supposed to grab onto the whole time? And then he coughs up a ruby. Why does he cough up a ruby?
Because he's super cloud?
Okay. So I guess this super cloud kid is like Gumby's dog for his ability to expel jewelry from his body. But unlike in that movie, this ruby thing with super cloud... Oh my god, it hurts to say that name. This ruby thing with super cloud is never brought up again.
Destiny was so wrong. She predicted a super cloud and ended up with a super dud.
Yeah, exactly why is he a super dud again? He's a baby that can beat up your hired help! That is awesome! Why did Dreadmus just throw this baby out with the bathwater?
Destiny was so wrong. She predicted a super cloud and ended up with a super dud.
My mother is never wrong! Never wrong, Saturn!
I could challenge that statement. Why did she raise you to look like Bill Gates? And what the hell is wrong with Saturn? He's only got one ring, which is made out of fruity pebbles, And apparently these planets have a terrible dental plan.
My mother is never wrong! Never wrong, Saturn!
But she is. Destiny cannot predict the future.
Destiny cannot predict the future? That's what destiny is! They raised Super Cloud as their own for many years, or maybe it was just a couple of days. This montage is really hard to read, to the point where he's enlisted at Dream Zone High. Because of course ancient otherworldly civilizations would have high school. It also goes without saying that Gabby the ventriloquist dummy here fails at every one of his classes. And what's with the music? Are we on a game show now? Super Cloud, come on down! You're the next contestant on Dream Zone High! Oh, I'm sorry, Super Cloud. The correct superpower to use was Fire Breath. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Actually, this isn't so much a high school for honing one's superpowers, as much as it is for learning how to apply your superpowers to weather manipulation. Okay. After a long day of failing, a Hydra shows up. Movie, you realize that this is supposed to be Brave you're ripping off, right? Not Disney's Hercules?
Can we please get something more bitter, filthier, yummier than dong sauce, please?
Yummier than dong sauce? I heard that eating pineapple helps.
I don't much care for sweet-tasting dreams onions. Where do you think we are? Kmart? Until Dr. Ozark has his day, make do with dung sauce. Now suck up!
Great. One of the heads sings like it's reciting some Catholic prayer, and the other raps about being content with drinking dung sauce. And Kmart.
What are you all talking about?
Super Cloud is almost eaten by the Hydra when he's rescued by Rip-Off the Gray, aka Mesmerizer. He wants to know more about Super Cloud's origins, so he looks into his crystal ball. Wait, what? No! No, what? But magical laptop? No! No, no, no! You can't do that, movie! You can't have a story involving magic and sorcery, and then having characters just conjure up a magical laptop and have them look up something on Google! You can get away with having a wizard seeing things in a crystal ball, since you can easily say that that's where the idea of search engines came from in the first place, but you can't have a wizard looking into a magical laptop! That is f***ing stupid! Actually, no, scratch that. He doesn't go to Google. He goes onto YouTube, where someone apparently made a YouTube poop video out of what we've seen so far. How is this even possible?
It looks like you could use a break, my boy. You may stay in my home a while. Play with my many gadgets.
Yeah, some strange old man brings you to his home and says you can play with his gadgets. At least he insists you stay away from his black hole.
I am universe surfing. I have a busy day ahead. Do whatever you please, but stay away from the black hole.
I'll be over here in this VHS tape. Good lord, I hope that joke doesn't go over the heads of my audience. Meanwhile, in a Mario game, it's here where we finally meet our title character, Kiara the Brave, who is the daughter of King Maximus. He says that he has a very special birthday gift for her, when Mesmerizer shows up, along with an unexpected guest.
That hurt!
What are you doing here?
You threw me down here, Mesmerizer.
Yes, but what were you doing in my ponytail?
What?
What were you doing in my ponytail?
No. I heard what you said, But what did you say? What was he doing in your ponytail? He didn't come out of your ponytail! Super Cloud. I swear, a little part of me dies every time I say that name. Brings forth a little hail, which sends the townsfolk running for cover, but Kiara just loves it.
I haven't seen her this happy in the longest time.
Dad, this is the best birthday that I've ever had.
And all it took was a little collateral damage. Happy birthday, Kiara! Super Cloud goes home to tell his lizard daddies about how he finally made a friend.
Tell us, who is your friend? What's his name?
Her name is Kiara.
Kiara. That sounds like a familiar name.
You idiot! That's the name of our princess!
Now I remember. It's the name of our princess.
We can use Super Cloud to reach Kiara and then the throne!
Man, we can actually use Super Cloud to reach the princess and finally the throne.
My god, this is stupid!
Why's that?
Because they're just repeating what they just said. That's not funny, that's tedious.
I don't know. If they're just repeating what they just said, that's not funny. That's just tedious.
Right. So they start bickering over which one of them Super Cloud will make the king.
Why don't you ask Destiny? She can tell you who will be king.
No, she can't, because Destiny can't predict the future! They go searching for Destiny, who I guess hangs out in the Cheeto Marshmallow Forest, when they bump into Armpit dressed up like a pirate for some reason.
Yo, man! My name is Defender Jack, also known as Destiny's son, Arbit.
You give yourself a name like Defender Jack, why would you immediately follow it up with saying that your real name is Armpit? And then because Pirates of the Caribbean 2 did it, they're suddenly fighting on a water wheel that literally appears out of nowhere. We start off on this shot, and immediately cut to this shot. It's just here because it happened in Pirates 2. I want to ask what the hell were they thinking, but if I start now, that'll never stop. Super Cloud later bumps into these other kids who also have weather-based powers, and they end up at the not black hole where the Hydra lives.
Food! At long last, food!
Yeah, no beer, though.
They fall into the mud pit, and are not immediately set upon by the Hydra, so it's up to Super Cloud to save them. He accidentally starts a tornado, which he can't simply turn off for some reason.
Once I unleash the storm, it's got to run its natural course. I'm afraid it's out of my hands.
So the kids are saved, but then... Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm my only hope.
Mesmerizer!
That is still my name.
Don't wear it out, or I'll make you buy me a new one. After they tinker with another gadget completely out of place for a fantasy setting like this, we jump back to Dreadmiss and this mad scientist guy, who have mind-controlled some of the royal guards into their CFC warriors.
Rejoice, my friend. Christmas is early this year. Santa is here.
How do you know what Christmas is?
Let's watch them destroy the ozone, clouds, and everything nice.
Wait. Hold the phone. We're in a world where people are called clouds, I think, and this guy wants to destroy the ozone using soldiers that were previously referred to as CFC warriors, or chlorofluorocarbon warriors. This movie is an allegory for protecting the atmosphere. Why is it an allegory for protecting the atmosphere? It's like taking the sinking of the Titanic and turning it into a story about saving the whales. Oh wait, they already did that and that didn't work either!
Camouflage them, so while they rot from the inside, from the outside they look as good as new.
It's good to be free!
Not only are the clouds sneezing too much ice, they're sneezing out of season and out of place. This is going to be disastrous. What's wrong with me? Why is my nose running so much? We are going to destroy the universal equilibrium.
What is that?
It means the balance that nature has created amongst us all.
So if I'm getting this right, the gods are creating global warming, which is so dangerous that it'll apparently destroy the entire universe. Why is it that kids' movies with environmental messages suck at giving their environmental messages? And he has a magical cell phone, too. Son of a bitch movie, you can't use magic just so you can make pop culture references! You're not the genie! And neither are you! Because his magical cell phone isn't working, gee, I wonder why, he sends Supercloud to warn King Maximus about what's going on, and he does this by giving him access to his own personal Zeppelin, which I hope ends up not unlike the Hindenburg.
I wonder where the guards are. I need to find the king quickly.
I wonder what else I can do to let the guards know that I'm here! But it's too late. The king has already been abducted. Thrill as Kiara bravely hides behind a pot. They get the idea to call upon Destiny for help, so they call out for her without having any idea of where she could possibly be. So, what part of the space-time continuum do you want to look first for the Council of an Otherworldly Concept? Since Destiny is apparently tricky to get a hold of, they pump this guy for information.
It's alive! The CFC is alive! Oh, thank goodness I didn't kill it!
Where is he? I don't know. I swear to God. Swear to me! He tells them that the king has been taken to the underworld, which looks like it was just over in the next county. Convenient. Supercloud and Kiara try to stop Dreadmus, but they're quickly dealt with.
Take him!
Leave me! I said leave me!
What in the name of the universe is going on here?
Why is this doctor guy objecting to what's going on? I guess he just forgot that he was supposed to be pure evil. It happens.
Dispose of the king? Oh, why take the trouble, my friend?
I have been waiting for this day my whole life. It will give me immense pleasure to get rid of him.
Is that what's giving you pleasure? Not the underage redhead bobbing up and down over you? Dr. What's-His-Face turns on Dreadmus, and Supercloud, having somehow escaped the clutches of his salamander daddies, tries to stop him.
We'll protect our dream zone from you!
And how do you propose to do that, you freak?
FRK freak son of a freak father? You'll never achieve anything, just like your failure of a father here, Dreadmus!
Dreadmus? He is my father?
No, that's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings. The Doctor and his CFC warriors go off to take over their massive industrial complex? Hell? And it's up to the kids to organize a counterattack.
Let's go and attack!
Children of our royal clouds and our warrior clouds, line up!
No!
You're not allowed to give orders. What, do you think you're the main character or something? Then they all fly off because every one of these kids has the exact same powers as Supercloud. Why is he so super again?
Our king has been captured by evil forces. We have to work together to fight them.
But we are not as strong as they are.
And I'm hungry! An epic battle ensues. Or at least as epic as this terrible animation will allow. But Mesmerizer and the villagers are quickly defeated.
Ha 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 ha! So you are the great Mesmerizer! You and Maximus thought you could protect your dream zone. Now you know I am the most powerful!
You may be strong, but not stronger than God and Destiny.
Ha! Whatever!
You may be strong, but not stronger than God and Destiny.
As if! Cha! The kids launch a joint attack on the Doctor and his soldiers, because Again, they're all super too! But that comes to a halt when the Doctor grabs Kiara. Kiara, the easily captured!
Stop! Super Cloud, stop!
Stop, don't come back.
So they fight each other in a climax to end all climaxes.
Ready? Go!
You missed!
When it looks like Super Cloud is on the ropes, Dread Mist shows up and does a 180 from completely out of nowhere to help him win the day.
I am sorry for all I've done to Dream Zone and to you, but I can only redeem myself with your help. Will you help me, son?
Where is my father?
Bitch, please, grown-ups are talking. They continue the battle and end up in the forest between jump cuts. Then the Doctor turns into a squid. You know, like one of those squids that live up in the clouds.
Kid power? Where is your super cloud now?
Where is he? Ah!
He has abandoned you.
He is lying! Don't give up, kids!
I'd help you with my magical powers, but I have food in the oven. Go team!
Master, did you get hurt accidentally?
Princess, please come back to life suddenly as they do in fairy tales.
Really? That's why they named these characters accidentally and suddenly? Just so they could deliver those two really bad jokes? You know, I am sorry for sounding like a broken record at this point, but there really are only so many ways that a guy can say, "Oh my god, this is stupid!" Wait, what? Why are they just severed heads? No, scratch that. Why are they buckets full of water that look like they're severed heads? What the hell are these people smoking to come up with this? And why does Armpit dress like Harry Potter?
Super Cloud, where are you?
Super Cloud!
Get up, son. The war is still not over. You have to go and fight.
Hey, Mr. Wizard Pants, why don't you get in there to save the day? Or maybe, I don't know, Kiara the Brave! So Super Cloud shoots a little lightning at him, which makes him explode. The other kids commit mass murder by wiping these mind-controlled guards out of existence, suddenly and accidentally bicker some more about who will be king, and we get a theme song over the end credits that fits this movie just perfectly.
Wanna know who I am? Super, 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 super gay! Super gay! Super gay! Super gay is what I am!
Couldn't have said it any better myself. This movie is super gay!
Super, super, super...
I swear, I haven't seen a movie this bizarrely incomprehensible in a long time. The story's a mess, the setting's confusing, the characters are boring, the use of technology in a fantasy world like this is ridiculous, and their attempts at raising environmental awareness by making a bunch of superhero kids and calling them clowns is just mind-boggling. What were they thinking? I honest to God had more of an entertaining experience just looking at the trees in this movie. Like, look at the foliage. Is it supposed to be hundreds of thousands of individual leaves and they just made it this big pillowy mass to cut back on the animation? Or is it actually supposed to be this big round solid mass? Why is the foliage orange? We see grass and bushes that have chlorophyll like plants on Earth, so why wouldn't these trees be green like they are? It looks as though these tree trunks are covered with moss on all sides. Does this imply that Dream Zone has multiple poles, not just north and south? And look at the trunks! Apparently they sprout up from a single trunk as a sapling, and then they branch down into new trunks with new roots, like they were crabgrass or something. It's fascinating. It sure is a hell of a lot more entertaining than the rest of this piece of crap. Oh yeah, and Kiara the Brave, the character that this movie was named after, she does absolutely nothing in this movie! And what do we do with main characters as useless as this?
I don't think you're ready for this day. I don't think you're ready for this day. I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this. My body too bootylicious for you, baby.
I don't think he's ready. Soup says jelly. I don't think he's ready for this. Is my body too betterlicious for you, Cal?
I'm just gonna go home.
Try to not step in any gum.
Subscribe, like, follow, comment.